19 of Austin Cindric down in turn 1. Brought out the yellow.
Obviously has a flat tire. You can hear it flapping.
Some damage there on that right rear.
It's not like an issue entering the corner, Phil. And we talked about the speed down into these corners. That had to get young Cindric's attention.
But it looked like maybe the left rear tire was coming apart when there's, I think, part of the carcass right there.
A failure of any sort. Speaking of a failure, we have a caution with the 83. A failure of any sort, Rick, the brakes will not work.
We were riding along with 10. Danica Patrick, see, just coming out of 1.
Stephen Light, you can see he's trying to accelerate out of the corner, and just the back of the car comes around on him. Lucky not to hit anything. This is Stephen Light's first race in the Cup Series since 2012 in Phoenix.
Look at it. He's through the center, then
he just had his left side tires off
down on the apron. It's pretty rough over there in that tunnel turn.
Yeah, you can get away with that down in turn 3, Phil, and help your truck turn. But over in the tunnel, I've seen a couple of guys nearly crash, and he just got down there where, like you said, it was really rough, and it bounced the truck out from underneath of him.
Significant contact for the 66 of Justin Fontaine. So
if there's any good news, the wheels still seem to be pointed in the right direction.
Race fans, it's time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome the Vice President of E-Commerce for Overton's, Peter Hagerman.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the employees and customers of Overton's, welcome to the Overton's 150. Now, drivers, start your engines.
We're in the fuel safe motion.
get on the gas. The green is waving, and we are racing at Pocono.
Ben Rhodes didn't wait around, did he?
He didn't wait for that push from Truex.
And look at the push, though, that Kyle Busch is getting. They're going to get to his back bumper before they get to the turn.
Look at the momentum they had from that push from Christopher Bell. Look at Busch get loose on the bottom.
Wow, Rhodes stayed in it and hangs on to the lead for now as Bell and that Ford truck slips back into fourth and Ryan Truex into third.
How about Kyle passing him on the outside, getting into the tunnel turn?
Ben Rhodes just said, okay, make a note of that. And not going to block him to the bottom because he'll go around the top.
Matt Crafton getting a position there in that bright yellow 88, getting past Chase Briscoe. The draft is big here with these trucks. We'll talk about it a lot today.
Yeah, they punched such a big hole in the air because of that huge cab. We saw evidence of that at the very start of the race. Ben Rhodes jumped out to 4-5 truck length lead, and that draft just sucked Kyle Busch right up there too. Remember, prior to Eldora last week, Johnny Sauter had gotten stage points in all stages but one the entire season.
Kyle Busch, the leader. He's led them all so far, and he wins stage one at Pocono. Remember, 5 of the 7 races we've had here have gone overtime, so that's extra laps. So almost got a plan to have a little extra in the tank.
You can see there, Kyle Busch's lead is only about a second over Truex and Bell, so they're closing the gap on that 51 truck.
Stage 2 complete. 5th time this season a driver has swept the first 2 stages. Kyle does it today. At the tail, leads to the flag for the final stage here at Pocono.
Of course, Sauter's teammate Haley's going to jump down and help Matt Crafton, give him a little bit of a push.
And look at the run John Hunter Nemechek's got to the outside of Justin Haley in that 24.
Ooh, and Crafton got a little bit loose. Had to chase his truck up the hill. That opened the bottom for Haley.
Johnny Sauter to the point, started at the tail, now leads the race. John Hunter Nemechek in that green truck coming in for second.
That's Enfinger on the very inside of Crafton in the 98 truck.
And look at those 2 black trucks on the bottom. Oh,
Kyle. Contact in the...
That was contact with the 24 of Haley.
Kyle Busch going around. was hard to tell which truck that Busch made that contact with, but the 24 of Justin Haley definitely was that truck. And there's Bono Mannion, the crew chief for Kyle Busch.
He knows it's all over. He's taking the window net down. You don't back in the wall in the tunnel turn without having some pretty significant damage.
Back in the pack, and you could see Christopher Bell gets to the bottom of the 90 or the 24 of Haley, and Haley just tries to squeeze down. I don't know if he even knew Kyle was there yet, and they made that contact.
I'm not sure he knew he was there, but by the time he pulled down and squeezed Kyle was about 2/3 of a truck ahead of him, and he should have been able to see him then.
See Kaz Gralla well down off the road, just making sure he avoids any potential problem.
Fortunate as crowded as it is right here that more than just Kyle Busch suffered damage.
I'm going to retract my statement. I think he knew he was there. I just think maybe he was trying to squeeze him down.
Could have very easily collected several.
That's a very vulnerable spot right there too, going in that tunnel turn. Almost no way to save that truck, Michael.
About on board with Kyle Busch.
This is a brand new Toyota Tundra. Kyle's driving, just pushing his teammate along.
I think he would have been okay with the initial contact, but then when Haley hit him the second time, he hit him in that right rear corner and just turned him sideways.
John Hunter, he's improved that truck. It's handling better, and we know he'll go for it down on the bottom.
And there's the 18 of Noah Gragson. So just a moment ago on the 33 of Kaz Gralla involved as well. It's been a tough break for the 18 of Gregson. He had a penalty for pitting out of the box earlier and had a lap penalty, got that lap back, and was running right there at about 10th place. Now Kaz Gralla involved in that incident as well.
Top 10s. Looked like the 33 got loose. Maybe Kaz on the bottom had to go up the racetrack, got into Noah with nowhere to go for Noah. He got the second caution. He got the one caution that got the free pass, and then the second one.
Oh, look.
Oh, Chase is in the middle of him, and actually Chase caught him on the right rear corner of Kaz's truck. That's what moved him up the hill.
Yeah, that.
So didn't look to be any fault there maybe of Gralla's. Looked like
I don't
Chase
think so,
Briscoe
Vince.
got in there. Yep, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think Kaz was an innocent victim here.
You can see him up at the top of the screen right there. And Kaz had no idea that he was getting ready to get clipped. That's just, I mean, we're going to see that more and more, Phil. We talked about at the beginning of the day the importance of the restarts and how you got to get all you can get. These guys are getting desperate and starting to trade paint.
Unfortunate for both Gralla and Gregson. Gregson had a nice string going, 7 straight top 10s coming into today, and had just gotten his lap back.
He was headed for another top 10 too, because he had worked his way back just outside the top 10, and he had a fast truck.
For the 3rd year in a row, Kyle Busch Motorsports will win at Pocono. This time around, it's the 4 truck driven by Christopher Bell, his 4th win of the season.
Woo! Good job, boys. That's a badass drive right there. You won that race. Great work, everybody. Fast truck again. Thanks.
Yeah, that restart down in the 5th position to be able to fight his way through those other trucks.
Guys, you're the man, Rudy.
Series.
Collected 57 total points today.
Not just more playoff points, but takes the points lead. And remember, the points leader at the end of the regular season gets an extra 15 playoff points.
He gained 25 points on his closest pursuer, Johnny Sauter.
The 4 of Christopher Bell, the winner.
And Christopher Bell working his way out of the 4 truck here. 4th win on the season. Great win there for you, Christopher. Boy, just being really patient there. You looked like you knew you were faster than John Hunter Nemechek, yet didn't force it for a couple laps there. How tough is it to be patient in that position?
Well, it was really tough, but you know, my guys do the best, man. They take really good care of me. Rudy's, he does a great job on the pit box, and Tony does a great job on top there. I just can't say enough to be able to to drive for Kyle Busch Motorsports, this Sirius XM Tundra was excellent. I'm glad we were able to get Sirius XM in victory lane. It feels like we've had them on the truck a lot, but we haven't been able to win. But you know, all of our partners at Toyota, JBL, TRD, everyone back at KBM, all the guys in the fab shop that build these super fast Tundras, Joe Gibbs Racing engines, it's just really a pleasure to drive for him.
You tried a couple times getting around John Hunter Nemechek down the front straightaway, but you ultimately got him going into turn 3. Talk us through that move.
Well, the only real passes that I made down the front straightaway was whenever they gave it to me. So it was pretty tough because I wasn't good enough with the side draft to be able to stall the guy beside me and clear him by the time I got to turn 1. So, and then I looked up on my mirror, and whenever I'd get side by side, we were just bringing all those guys behind us with us. So I just kept trying to figure out where I was going to beat him at, and thankfully I showed enough nose where he didn't get to the bottom of the tunnel turn, and then it screwed up his exit off of 2.
Well done today. Christopher Bell wins Pocono. Hermie.
Here to give the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome today's Grand Marshals and U.S. Cellular customers, Peter Murray, Shane Newton, and Lee and Sean Neitzer.
Driver, start your engines!
Flag is out.
Daniel Hemrick in the green and black 21 immediately diving to the inside of Kyle Benjamin and looking for room to race. Benjamin fights back on the outside and Hornish to the extreme outside. Hemrick now falls back. You see Elliott Sadler in the blue number 1. He rides the high groove.
They know whether the track has changed or not. They know what they need. As we see a couple of these cars, I mean, these guys are all over the racetrack at this point in time.
Ryan Preece underneath and to the checkers, the green and white checkers to end stage 1. Preece will take it at Iowa.
Good position they were in, and then he messed up on pit road.
Trouble turn 4.
Oh, there's a wreck there.
Trouble in turn 4. It is the 4 of Ross Chastain, Parker. Sorry to interrupt. He got around and spun, and I don't believe collected anybody.
I think he's got a flat left rear, and maybe that's why he spun, but the thing just looped around a slow looping turn in the middle of the corner, and he was able to drive away, and no one got into it. Just a single car spin.
Spinning and coming to a stop, and it looks like no harm, no foul, KP.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. Like I said, as he turned down in the center of the corner, it was a slow loop around, and I do believe he has a flat left rear. Yeah, we see the left rear right there.
Yep, and you see a little damage on the right side there. He's found the wall at some point here at the Iowa Speedway.
On the outside, but it got a little bit of free right there coming up off the corner. This is great stage racing right here. These guys are racing for 1 point, and the point is more important to the 7.
It's why the rules were created. Coming to the win at stage 2, Justin Allgaier gets the point. He holds off Ryan Preece. Elliott Sadler, you can see them getting the regular season points underneath their name there as well. But the bonus playoff point, the one that carries through, the one that he can take with him if he stays in the playoff all the way to the final round at Miami, Justin Allgaier gets that one here in the 250th lap at the Iowa Speedway. And caution is out. Problem for the 23 of Spencer Gallagher. Looks like that right front is down, Kyle.
Yeah,
and he's hit the wall.
Yeah, he's and have not seen it. Don't know what come first.
That's right.
Which come first, whether it was into the wall or whether he cut a tire and got into the outside wall. But pretty heavy contact as you see the right front towed way out and flat.
And just
yeah, he cut a tire.
Yep.
You see the thing just turn right all of a sudden, right in the middle of the corner. This is where the car, you're on that right front going in, you're dragging the brake a little bit, floating it off into the corner, and the right front just goes down and he turns dead right into the outside wall. And he was having a good day. I thought he was driving one of his best races that I'd seen him run. Off of turn 4.
And it's the 22 of Sam Hornish Jr. hard into the wall and now down across the front straightaway and into the grass toward the pit lane. There's a wall between him and the pit lane. He doesn't get across there, but that's hard impact for Sam Hornish.
Wow. Hard hit for Sam Hornish there.
Way in the distance, top of your screen.
Right there. You see it turn right and go straight into the outside wall. You see the sparks. It's down on the racetrack. And we saw that earlier. But just a cut right front. Watch right here.
Brennan Poole's on board. There goes Sam.
Good job by this group of guys right here, just avoiding that.
Allgaier among them, by the way. Justin scoots through. Sam's car now resting on the infield grass there. Off the pace, the strategy gamble did not pay off. But the yellow is out. And that's going to be good news for Harrison Rhodes, who will get the free pass. His teammate, Garrett Smithley, has had contact with the wall. Cole Custer's car not where he wants it to be. He's back to 6th place now. And Matt Tifft has problems right in front of him. The 19 car spins. Caution is out. Contact behind him. Dylan Lupton involved, and Tifft is nudged. That's a 60 of Ty Majeski.
Yeah, I think Ty was trying to slow down and just got into the 24 car.
That's 4th place being contested by Tifft on the inside.
And we see as the 48 of Brendan Poole goes in, he cuts in a little bit. The 19 comes up. They just get together, and it kind of takes the air off of him. He spins around here, slow spin. We've seen a couple of slow spins today. From the other side, you see the 24 going up the racetrack that's been hit by the 60 car here of Ty Majeski, just trying to avoid the accident. Nothing these guys could do.
Cole Custer had a good look at it.
And you hear Cole Custer downshift into 3rd and then drive away.
This is on board with Poole.
Yeah, Brendan did a good job of just waiting, and then accelerating away from it. And I thought Matt Tifft had that thing saved for a minute.
He rode it for a while, and there's Ty Majeski getting loose and then tapping Dylan Lupton and ending up on the driver's side door of Tifft. Who will have it at the stripe? Priest will have it. White flag is out. 1 lap remaining in Iowa.
I'm going to tell you, Ryan Priest and Kyle Benjamin have put on an exhibition here of how 2 young drivers should race each other. This is phenomenal. Benjamin got a great restart. Ryan Priest fired off perfect. Great run by these guys.
Ryan Priest said, fate will tell me if I'm meant to do this at a bigger level. Fate has decided Ryan Priest is going to win at Iowa. The Iowa Speedway, another first-time winner, and this time it's Ryan Priest in the 20 car. A good start to the day, qualifying on the pole, but it was not a sure thing throughout the afternoon.
Hey, Dave, how about that? Dreams do come true. Ryan Priest started racing when he was 6 years old, and as he told us, waited 20 years for this chance, and he has delivered with a win here for Joe Gibbs Racing. And more importantly, for himself. Hey, Ryan, how about that? You bet on yourself, Ryan, and you won.
I don't even know what to say. Man, I got to thank everybody. Albert and Kathy, Al Hankey, Betsy from Mohawk, Mizzy, just everybody involved. Man, Eddie and Connie Partridge, my modified owner, helping me. Tommy, man, I'm so lost of words right now. I don't even know what to say. This is what emotion is, I can tell you that. But it's just thought this race would never end, that's for sure. But man, nothing's gonna beat today.
And that is genuine emotion. 20 years in the making for Ryan Priest, Dave. He's a winner in the Xfinity Series.
Race fans, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome the Vice President of E-Commerce for Overton's, Peter Hageman.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the employees and customers of Overton's, welcome to the Overton's 400. Now, drivers, start your engines!
We're fired up. Fired up. Daniel, if you got a copy, you can fire it up when you're ready. Okay, when you're ready. Fired up. I got it, Tom.
2 by 2, they come back to the start line. Green flags in the air. We're racing at Pocono. Kyle Busch with the advantage as they enter turn 1. Denny Hamlin fighting strong now, trying to take the second spot away from the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. They fan out, going down the backstretch from turn 1 to turn 2.
Yeah, you need to be close to single file through this corner here. You can fan out down the front straightaway and get by with 2 and 3 wide in 1. But back there in the tunnel turn, and even entering here in 3, you've got to be on the bottom part of the racetrack if you want to be successful.
Momentum, the key when you go through turn 3, because you have such a long straightaway as Kenza sideways in front of the field. They're piling up behind him.
Well, Matt Kenseth got by with that, I believe. He never touched anything, but Eric Almirola with major damage on the front of his car.
37 also involved Chris Buescher, where he got his first career win. See damage to the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto. Danica Patrick in the 10 was sideways. The most damage, it looks like, goes to Eric Almirola.
Go down into turn 3. See Matt Kenseth on the inside of Jimmy Johnson, and we keep seeing this over and over and over. We saw it last week at Indianapolis. The car on the outside of Matt Kenseth just pulls him around. No air on the car. This low downforce package makes these cars very difficult to drive with the car on the outside of him. So then all these guys behind it, you can see they just cannot get slowed down quick enough.
Yeah, it looked like somebody might have got into the back of Eric Almirola. It could have been Dale Jr. that maybe pushed him in there a little bit faster and not able to slow down. It's just a chain reaction. And Matt Kenseth, you know he wasn't overdriving. You know, we're on the first lap of the race. But as Jeff pointed out, these things happen so quickly.
Paul Menard, the 27, got into the back of the 3 of Austin Dillon.
And DJ, you've been in that situation. You know, in slow motion replay or whatever, it looks like it's easy, but it's not. They start stacking up. Check out as we ride along. What a great shot. You can see right there, Matt Kenseth. He just rolls around on him.
Yeah, especially that first car behind him, he sees it best, and then he automatically slows down, but everybody behind him is not seeing that.
Hamlin in the 11, Boyer in the 14, fighting for that 7th spot, and Hamlin's going to move all the way up to 7th, it looks like, at the end of stage 1, as the 18 gets another stage win. It's his 8th stage win for Kyle Busch and 4th straight.
Got in the grass, lucky not to wreck, but look at this move right here. Busch on the outside, I mean, drives away from the 78 and up past the 20, entering the corner. That is ultimate confidence in your vehicle to be able to do that.
48 of Jimmy Johnson into the wall, coming out of turn 3. Backs it into the wall.
Flat or something.
Yeah, you had to wonder whenever he slowed down that much previously that Ryan Blaney almost ran over. If he had an issue going on then, he just couldn't seem to get his car into the corner. Probably had a tire going down at that time.
A little contact there between he and Casey Kane.
There was some contact, but we heard Jimmy Johnson say something about having a tire go down. I don't know if he was saying that he cut a left rear when they made contact, or he was slow, and that's why they were underneath him. I don't know, but clearly contact.
Jeff, the 5 was there, and Jimmy asked what happened to his spotter, Earl Barber, and Earl said, I was calling the 5 under you right there, and you can see the contact. Jimmy did feel like he had a tire go down or something.
Well, there's only one driver, right, DJ? The spotter may not say anything, but ultimately the guy holding the steering wheel, he's the one responsible.
And Kyle Larson. Take a look as we NBC it. Part of the car flying off there, and we also heard that they have a driveline issue for the 42. They think their day's done.
I was listening to a lot of people when I was on top of the pit box, and that's the key. The key is you get your other team members on your team. You listen to the 18, you listen to this car, you listen to this car. I need to know what they're doing, but what a turn of events for Clint Boyer. Lost so many points in Indianapolis, about an 87-point swing with all that chaos that took place. Here he's going to get, I know it's not a bonus, but 10 extra points by winning this stage.
Yeah, but we'll have to discuss this towards the end of the race, because he was running 3rd. If he comes in with them, he basically can stay on the same strategy as them and have a top 5 finish that if this puts him back behind cars that he can't come back and pass, it may end up costing him more points than what he's gaining.
That's a great look at it, DJ.
Clint Boyer wins the stage, and that is the first stage win for the 14 team. Like attending a NASCAR race, the season has been full of some of the most intense side-by-side racing in years, and even more dramatic moments than ever before. Visit NASCAR.com/tickets to purchase tickets and make new NASCAR memories. 6-second lead over Kevin Harvick. And you mentioned it, DJ. This team, it has been a team effort putting together a great car at the right time. They won stage 1. They battled back. They used pit strategy. They stayed out on the racetrack as long as they could with just 25 laps to go left in the race. They came to pit road to put on 4 fresh tires. It has paid off. Kyle Busch continues to be the fastest on the racetrack, and more importantly, Kyle Busch is going to win at Pocono. What a performance.
Hang in there this year, guys. I'm proud of you. KB, you're the man. Momentum's building, brother. Momentum's building.
Momentum is building.
You guys are awesome. Good job today.
5 races.
Focus, everybody. Adam, great call. Thank you,
Back the very next week and spanked him. Look how bad he beat him on that last run. About 12 seconds worth. Came out 6 seconds behind, won by 6 seconds.
This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. We knew that Kyle Busch wouldn't forget how to celebrate at the end of a win. Great crowd on hand here at Pocono to witness, as you mentioned, DJ, a dominant performance by the 18 team.
Well, we knew he wouldn't forget how to give the crowd a burnout like that, but it has been a long while since Kyle Busch has had the opportunity to do it in a Cup Series. And on top of that, he's never had the opportunity to give him the burnout here at Pocono. Now just one track remains for Kyle Busch to knock off his list to get a win. Kyle, your first win here at Pocono, your first win in more than a year. How big is this?
Never thought this day would happen. Man, just such an awesome race car. Adam Stevens and all these guys on this number 18 team, they never give up. They've been fighting all year long. We've all been fighting all year long, and just wasn't sure why, you know, or what was next. But obviously, this is a great day for us. Great day for all of our fans. Appreciate the fans here at Pocono. Thanks for coming out. This is just something that I've been waiting for a long, long time. And it's Mars' hometown with Hackettstown just down the road where they make all these awesome M&Ms. And pretty special to get almost 2 in a row at the Caramel car. We lost out at Sonoma, but this car is pretty special. We love this paint scheme. We love Caramel M&Ms and what they mean for us and being able to come out here every day and get this done.
Kyle, congratulations. We'll see you in Victory Lane.
Awesome. Thank you.